Hello and welcome to the Come Alive podcast. I'm your host, Mehermir Chandani. I'm a mother with a story, a business leader with a vision, and a leadership coach with a mission to transform lives and businesses. I am dedicated to empowering 10x growth in fellow humans by unlocking the transformative power of self connection. I'm happy to announce a unique collaboration with YPO MENA and Regional called Every Journey Has a Story to Tell. It's a 24 episode podcast series of inspiring YPO members. If you'd like to be on the show, please do reach out to me and I'd love to host you. So today I have with me a very special guest, talented, successful, beautiful lady, Adriana Usvat. She is the managing partner of FLC Marketing Group and Villas Are Us in Bali. She's extremely powerful in everything she does, spanning both her businesses across many regions. And I'm going to dive deep and see what she actually does and how she does it. So please welcome Adriana on the show. Thank you for coming, Adriana.
Thank you so much, first of all, Meher, for having me. I have seen the podcast and the amazing job that you are doing. And I firstly wanted to congratulate you. And second, it's my pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time again. I wanted to have the time to dive deep into your journey because I think you are the one who will be able to do justice to it. And I know you have expanded both your businesses across multiple regions. So let's start with, how did you grow the FLC group? Like, you are the founder and the managing partner. And how did you grow it across multiple regions? Please share your journey with us.
So the FLC Marketing Group is a journey of determination and resilience, I would call it. We started in the year 2008, peak of the economic recession, and during the financial crisis in 2008-2009. Initially, some of the challenges that we had were one, the fact that during the financial crisis, obviously no one wanted to spend money, let alone spend money in marketing. The second challenge was the fact that we had no financial support. This is a company which has grown from zero with no outside financial support, but also with no financial resources from my side or the side of us as partners. And then additionally, it has grown throughout times from a simple promotion company to being today one of the biggest marketing focused on shopper marketing and experiential marketing in the region. We operate across GCC and India, and it has actually been every day an amazing adventure. Every year, or at least every 2 years, we have built new divisions, and we have kind of reinvented the way marketing is being done in the region. From a situation where shopper marketing and on-ground activations were considered are being underrated, to actually demonstrating the impact that they have and the fact that it is not just work, but it's experience, its impact is increasing market shares of the brands.
Wow, that's wonderful. And actually, people say that marketing is dying, kind of, with all the AI coming in, with so much automation. So what's your take on that?
So we've always said things about advertising dying. I mean, I think I've heard this for the last 20 years at least, and yet we see lots of engagement on ground. What we see is focused on engagement, and what we do, we also focus on a lot of on-ground experiential shopper marketing. In a scenario where AI, let's say, helps us and makes us have a little bit more spare time, because we do automate things with the help of AI, what is going to happen is people will have more free time. When people have more free time, they are looking for additional engagement, which means that normally anything which means shopper marketing, on-ground activations, experiential in a store level, in a mall level, at an event, a new product launch, are things which will continue to grow. And this is what I see from all the researches, and this is what I see from what's happening in the region. Everything which is experiential is kind of booming. It's just that it's moving into a more developed stage and a more evolved stage.
Amazing. Because there's always a dilemma, right, in the consumer's mind that what if, how is it going to be? So that's great. That's amazing how clear you are that this is a business which is here to stay. And you've actually consulted over 1,000 brands and done about 2,000 plus campaigns yourself. So how do you, build or retain your creativity? How do you, support your team to be creative, be the market leader in what you do?
That's a very good question. So my life journey has few ideals as a base. First is passion. I'm of the opinion that if you don't love what you do, you should be finding something else to do, because time is passing and you don't want to waste it with things which are irrelevant for you. That is the first one. So anything that I would be doing, I would be passionate about. I consciously enter into it and I do it with passion. The second thing which I focus on is making it memorable. I don't want to just do something, but I want to leave a trademark in this world. So for that, I'm willing to work hard with determination to not only live, but to make it memorable. The third thing which life has taught me is the powerful combination that teamwork and collaboration can have. And this is something which I learned throughout my journey. The reality is that to maximize creativity is always important to focus on building teamwork, building creativity, building collaboration, and listening and being open to ideas from all the corners. And another thing which is very, very important is to focus on innovation. And the more you pay attention to collaboration, the more you focus and you are able to deliver innovation. So these are some of the crucial things that are always on the back of my head, and I'm always working with the team on.
Amazing. I love it. And what you said so resonated. Love what you do. Everything that we do from the place of love, I feel it always flourishes.
Exactly.
In my journey, I think every 10 years I've had a career shift. The first 10 years of my journey, I was in fashion. The second 10 years, I joined the family business, which was into real estate, facilities management, furniture, and a lot of other things. And the first day that I entered the family business, I told myself that if I don't love what I do, I'll never be successful. So I better start loving this. And I had no clue of how to run this huge business, because I was only doing my fashion business, which was a fashion brand of about 50 people. And it was a small business, though we supply to a lot of stores. So I loved when you said that you have to love what you do. And I do believe that could be your success story, kind of.
100%.
So thank you for sharing that so authentically. It's amazing. So I also believe you're an achiever. You love to dream, achieve. And of course, you're a lifelong learner as well, of what I know you. What made you, or what drew you to start Villas for Us?
So again, it's
and what is Villas for Us? Please tell the listeners.
For sure. So again, that is discovery, and that is passion. It started with me going in Bali, falling in love with the place. I also like to do surfing, so experiencing that. And then after that, slowly, me together with my business partner, we got a house in Bali. We both loved the place, and then back of the mind, always I knew that we are very good at services, right? This is what we do here, and it's not only about the services, it's about creating experiences. So because of that, we decided to take over a company in the year 2017-2018, which was focusing on holiday homes. Today, initially, it was focused only on the Bali market, but now my focus is to develop it and grow it across the Southeast Asia. What is Vassaras doing? Vassaras is a holiday homes business which is focusing on management and marketing of premium holiday homes. So it's your home away from home whenever you travel. We are growing it, as I mentioned. We have a presence in Bali, then we have opened in Thailand, Japan. Now we are in Dubai, and the growth journey continues. So that's in a nutshell what Vassaras is. Shortly said, creating bucket list experiences for our tourists or for our guests, and helping owners and investors which decide to buy properties in regions like Indonesia, Bali, to generate a decent return on investment while also enjoying an amazing holiday in different destinations.
Beautiful. I love it. And how did you think of it? Is it just because of your passion for travel, or the need for growth, or the need for variety, innovation? What was that thing? I
always loved real estate. I always loved spaces. You know, I'm originally Romanian. I have been in Romania during the communist years, and we always used to say that we are too poor to rent, so we are buying. And I always loved houses. So I think parts of the Vassaras journey is the love for real estate, the love for houses, the love for having a stable home. And while I think that hotels and the luxury experience that a 5-star hotel can give you is absolutely amazing, I also think that the being at home feel is something that a hotel can never offer you. And from there comes the idea of why not give people the experience of having a home away from home rather than a temporary luxury experience. And now we have lots of guests, loyal guests, which keep on coming various times because they understand the concept. But the overall idea is not only providing accommodation, but providing a home away from home, which is something that I always felt very close to. It's again passion. I just love the feel of be at home rather than being in cold places and what a hotel can offer.
Awesome, beautiful. So you are passionate about this too.
Yeah, very much. Very
amazing,
much.
Amazing. So you have been in YPO for 3 years now, and we spoke about how it has impacted your journey. So can you share a little bit more about how has YPO impacted your journey? How has it made you become probably a more powerful leader in your space? Because I do believe learning, peer-to-peer sharing, and a lot of other things help us become who we are meant to be. So I'd love to know more about that.
Thank you actually for asking this. So I think my YPO journey has been transformational from few points of view. I have started, unfortunately, my YPO journey long time after I had a business. During my initial journey growing a business, I was kind of alone in a circle of friends, right? So while I was always a very curious person, I loved asking questions, I loved learning, I believe in being a lifelong student. One thing which I was always shy of doing is asking for help, right? I always thought that I can do it myself. Now, what YPO gave me is actually an open eye to the fact that excellent and amazing peers not only ask for help and questions, but they are also more than willing to help. So it kind of made me very, very comfortable to ask for help, because end of the day, what can happen? Someone will say no, or I don't have the right connections or the right idea to help you. But then the beautiful side of the story can also be that someone will give you an experience that it would actually take you years to reach there by yourself. So it kind of accelerated my growth from this point of view, not learning only from self-experience, but learning from others. The other thing which YPO did amazingly for me is that it helped me build an amazing network of great people. What I do, and I started from the very beginning, is that I'm connecting with members in different countries where I travel. And I love traveling, so I travel a lot, and I had amazing experiences. So for example, I went to the Berkshire Hathaway meeting in Omaha, and I met the YPO Omaha chapter, and they've been so amazing and great people and helpful. And you know, obviously when you see the city from the perspective of a local, the experience, it goes to the next level. So if I was to point, this would be the two main things that YPO has done from me. It made me a better person, simple.
Amazing, and a better leader. And I think
for sure.
I mean, I think you shine that energy of success and humility and care, and that's always I've got from you, the message. I mean, and the energy that I got from you. And yes, I've seen that you're super active in YPO. So clearly, this is the reason why, because it gives you
Correct.
so much.
Gives a lot back. So that's why.
That's
the more
amazing.
you get involved yourself, the more actually you gain from it. So I'm also the championship lead for the marketing network, and I got an amazing opportunity to get to know people from everywhere in the world involved in the marketing industry. And who else would have given me this platform?
Lovely.
Right?
Yes.
So yeah.
Amazing. And they say it's very lonely at the top. And of course, we have been blessed to have a community like YPO. But what is one thing you miss in your life?
I think time. I agree and disagree with you. I would say that lonely at the top slowly becomes a myth with the help of networks such as YPO. I think we are seeing a reality that we are mirroring. So what you think is what you end up seeing. And if you think that you are lonely at the top, then probably that is what you are going to get. But if you make a genuine effort and you understand that everyone at the top is busy and they might not have time to get in touch with you, and you make a real, genuine effort to get in touch yourself, probably the equation will change. I lived with that impression that is lonely at the top for probably 10, 15 years during my career. And then the moment I started to make an effort, the universe kind of aligned, and now I have a lack of time of meeting everyone I would want to meet rather than the other way around. So yeah, I would say it's becoming a myth.
Amazing, love it. And that's so true. I love what you said, that it's about your perception.
Very
it's about
true.
Understanding everybody is busy, and if you really want something, I guess ask for it, or make the time to ask for it, or go for it, kind of.
Exactly.
But yeah, true. And what would you say one thing, or your rather one biggest impact that YPO has had on you?
I think being in all these meetings, gatherings, networks, learning experiences with amazing peers, strangely enough, and probably a little bit controversial, it made me feel very comfortable with myself. And I think that's the biggest impact. I'm okay to be me in any environment I go. And I think knowingly or unknowingly, YPO on the life journey had a lot to do with that.
Amazing. And I'm often asked this question: have you ever faced imposter syndrome? Because, like we say, that there are always few women in the room, in leadership especially.
Correct.
So, what has been your experience?
Lots of times. I mean, I think it's been part of my journey. I have always faced unfamiliar places or locations. At the beginning of my career, I moved to Russia. Then I came in the UAE in 2002, when it was probably unseen for a single woman to come and develop a career in the Middle East. And then in the middle of the recession, look at the scenario. You have an Eastern European woman which decides to build a company from nothing with no financial support. So the destiny kind of put me in uncomfortable situations, and because of that, at any point of time, there was this uncomfort feeling, because I was actually breaking barriers without knowing it. I remember when I went to Saudi to open our branch in Saudi, and I entered one of the ministries there. It was a thing unheard of. There were very few women at that time coming from abroad to open companies there. So there were lots of surprises, and that made me feel uncomfortable at times. But again, I think, and it's again a learning and a growth path for me. When you feel uncomfortable and have the imposter syndrome, I think it's not the outside world. I think the conversation that you need to have is with you, and understand, have a reasoning as to why is it that you feel uncomfortable. Is it because you make yourself smaller than you are? What would happen if you focus on doing the best you can, competing against yourself and not the others, and trying to focus on your work and making it an experience rather than just a work? And if you do that, you will realize that you create real impact, and you create that kind of an impact that people around you will not focus on, are you Eastern European or not, are you slim or not very, or anything else, because, or are you a woman or a man, because what they will focus on is what you bring on board. And that is something which is important. But yes, just to answer your question, I mean, even when I started my Harvard OPM journey, I had this imposter kind of a feel. When I started the YPO journey, I was asking, do I fit in? So it's been across, It's just that, again, once you start spending time with yourself, because you usually focus on the outside, but the moment we start spending some time with ourselves, we do understand that, wait a minute, I'm actually accepted. I just need to accept myself first so that others can accept me. So I think it's about that.
Love it. I absolutely love it. And as a self-love coach, this is what I preach. This is what I advocate, that it's all about the relationship we have with ourselves. Because the relationship we have with ourselves determines the quality of every other relationship in life. So be it with anything, be it with money, health, wealth, business, peers, family. If you have a great relationship with yourself and you're not judging yourself, then the world is not judging you.
Amazing.
But to add to that, how do you continue to do that? How do you maintain that great relationship with yourself, and how do you keep yourself motivated, positive? I think that'll be of great help to the listeners.
Amazing. So let me just reflect a bit on that. I think there are few key things which are helping me. The first thing is waking up 30 minutes to 1 hour before the world is waking up, and giving that time to me. You see, when we have our own jobs, we have our own tasks lists. So what I do is I make it a job to have a relationship and a conversation with me. And again, it didn't happen from the very beginning. I learned to reach there because I needed. The universe kind of pushed me to reach there, So it is part of my job list to have time valuable time with me, the way I give someone else my time, then I want to give myself my time. And then once I put it as a focus item in my life, then it becomes a focus, so it needs to be done. As I shared, 30 minutes, 1 hour, waking up before and doing the things that you love doing. It can be listening to music, walking, training, jogging, preparing your goals and desires for the or your bucket list for the next year, anything it can be. We tend to forget, we think that half an hour in the morning is not going to change anything, right? It's not going to increase the value or my relationship with myself if I spend only half an hour. But let's add that half an hour every day and we'll see how many hours are accumulating over a year. It's like building a business you build yourself. You need to constantly work at yourself. So I think these two would be very important. Then additionally is meeting and being in touch with like-minded people and making a conversation about self-prioritizing. I think that's also something which I started doing, and it works very well. Then I will also mention here my dog. So basically, again, focus on things that you love. I have an amazing dog, and he actually, in the morning, he is taking me out to play. So either he's removing my shoe, either anything that he is doing, just to attract my attention and to kind of give me the free time, which I kind of deserve, but I don't take for myself. So yeah, I think this would be some of the things.
Absolutely love it. That's so true. So I always say that you have to meet the most important person first in the day. So like, set a meeting with the most important person in your life. So exactly what you said, that we have to meet ourselves first to stay connected to ourselves, because only through self-connection will we become powerful and be able to actually know who we are and be happier in our journey. So really well said. It felt like I was talking to myself. Amazing. I'm so proud to again see your journey and see how you create time for yourself. It's so important in this busy life. If we are not able to create time for ourselves, to know, nurture and love ourselves, then really is it all worth it, should be the question.
Exactly. And just to add to that is that I think that if you are not in peace with yourself at one point of time, the reservoir and you being able to give to all of the others is going to become very limited.
Yes,
right. And let's not forget that end of the day, if we build a job, a career, we want to give back, we want to help our peers grow, we want to help our team members grow. And how will that be possible if we are not in a place of giving and if we are not in peace with ourselves? Very difficult.
Absolutely. So what else has impacted your self-growth, self-love, so you are able to manage two different verticals of your business and grow it, and of course create more time, to impact people around you and also contribute to YPO in return? So how else do you do this?
For sure. So I think this is a little bit about my leadership journey. And I think in this, first there are some basic pillars, things that I would never move away from. And that is living by example. I don't believe in asking someone to do something which I myself am not willing to do. That is determined commitment to achieve a certain goal. And that is self-respect and respect for others. So these are my pillars. And with time, I have learned additional things. I have learned effective communication and the power of effective communication. I have learned collaboration and the power of collaboration. I have learned teamwork and growth. So today, for me, things like people, culture, strategy, and innovation are things which are not buzzwords, but they are actually a way of life and of growing. And if you look at people, the question of where do you find time is not about how do you do it. It's about who do you have next to you. So if you get the right people, they will do a lot of the jobs that you would be doing. Then if you look at the other element, which let's say is strategy, if you focus on strategizing and really understanding what is it that you want and all those things that you kind of put on your list, do you really need them, or is it because you actually heard someone that likes them and you want to put them on the list, right? So that's why I'm adding that into the mix. Then collaboration, speaking with people, as I was sharing ideas can help you do things faster. And then lastly, innovation. You're mentioning AI before, so there are lots of tools which are there available for us as long as we keep our mind open to help us kind of and save time and manage more things and being more involved in other things also. And this is also helping us not getting bored, because if you just sit and always focus on the same thing over and over again, then where can the creativity come? Where can be the positivity, the willingness to do more, the willingness to leave a mark? It's just slowly dying, right? So you need to keep on challenging yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I also mentioned additionally that I love being a lifelong student. I love learning from new experiences. I put myself in various educational situations so that I learn more. And I think this also has something to do with learning how to do things better, easier, and give satisfaction in turn.
Amazing. Yes, absolutely. So what's your message to the world? What legacy would you like to leave?
I think probably focus on yourself, focus on what you want to achieve, and don't be afraid to dream bold. It's your journey and you can actually do it all, provided you focus only on those things that you want to achieve rather than what others want to achieve. I think that's the message. Additionally, I think we are moving from an era which is focused on pure entrepreneurship to an era which is focused on collaboration and relationships more and more. And get your tribe in order would be another message. Have people that are surrounding you, which are people that help you achieve your goals rather than undermine or, let's say, temporary let you focus on the ideas or directions which might not be relevant or very good for you.
I think this has been a theme with the podcast that I'm doing for YPO, because all the other guests said the same thing, surround
Amazing.
yourself with the right people. And I think it's so important in life.
Very true.
And they all said that if you have a great network, you will thrive in that network.
Which is very true.
Yeah.
They will help. If you help the network and the network help you, and there are so many shared experiences and there are so many things that we can learn. We just need to, at one point of time, I think in my journey, there is a click, and then I started hearing others, because till then I was so focused on actually doing it that I didn't really realize the power of a network. And then when it's click and you start hearing the others, you will understand that lots of them are in line with you and they have the same ideas, the same values, the same dreams. So the moment you surround yourself with these people, you can grow exponentially. And another thing which I wanted to make it a point of saying, maybe for some, successful would be building a huge business. But maybe for some, being successful means having a good mix of everything, meaning having a family and also building a decent business and having enough time to actually enjoy what you have managed to grow and to make, right? So understand what is success for you.
So what is success for you?
It goes back to you. I want to have a mix of everything. I kind of believe that everything is possible. I think that it's not possible all at the same time. You might know, I'm still single, right? So probably sometimes when you focus on growing few things, you kind of tend to ignore the others. But as long as they are back of your mind and you take different times to focus on different things, I really do believe that you have time for everything, right? I mean, initially I focused on growing a business, growing the second business. Then I started focusing on my health journey. I wanted to, I don't know, to look exemplary. I have focused on that. I have given it time. It started working, right? So it all depends on what do you want to achieve. I want a piece of everything. I don't want to excel only at one thing. I want to have a good combination. And the way I look and I quantify success today, it's a journey, so it might change, but the way I look and I quantify success today is, one, how happy I wake up in the morning. Beautiful. Do I want to go to the office or no? Do I love where I'm going or no? And second is, what impact have I created to the people surrounding me? Did I help someone with their financial challenges? Did I offer a salary? Did I offer an opportunity to someone which actually didn't have a chance? There are so many people which we take probably not with the relevant experience. We are hiring for attitude and then we are training for aptitude. So that is something which today for me is very important, to see a person grow, flourish, you know, on just an instinct and giving a chance and that person kind of going to the next level. That is success and satisfaction for me today.
Beautiful. Love it. It's so nice. You're waking up happy. Amazing. It's been beautiful, this conversation with you. So tell me, so now will you set aside some time to find the right partner?
Well, yes, I'm trying to make it a priority, you know, so similar similar to what I told you, self-time, and now I'm just saying searching for the right partner. It's not easy because obviously at this, I'm not going to say at this age, but what I'm going to say is obviously at this point in my journey, I think fortunately or unfortunately, probably fortunately, I got a chance to experience lots of things by myself, and in terms of business growth, and in terms of doing it on my own, and in terms of education, and in terms of traveling. So I'm quite a complex and sophisticated person, and I do understand that it's not going to be easy on the other side, because hey, I'm not simple. I'm not at the beginning of everything anymore, and I don't need someone to kind of show me the way. What I need is, I want a true partner, right, which we can help, we can grow together, and we can go to the next level together, and we can be happy together. So I put it on the priority list, and then let's see what's gonna happen. Probably after 1 year I will give you the updates, you know, but I'm on the journey. It's now on the list. Finally it has made its place on the list.
Beautiful. So nice. Yeah. And you also mentioned when we started our conversation before the podcast that it was not difficult for you. It was not easy for you in the start because you were the provider for your family. Can you touch upon a little bit of that, and how are you feeling in that journey that you have come along this way?
Correct. So for us, I'm coming from Romania. It was a communist country. And then in the year 1989, which I was just a kid, the revolution came. Before that, we were in a situation that we were staying at lines to buy food because there was nothing which was available. So I was a kid with a key here, sitting at lines to buy food because my parents were at their offices. My brother was in school. So I've been through that journey, and because of that, there is a story of resilience, and at the same time, a story of focusing on achieving and making the means that was there. And then because of that, I always had the provider attitude, which means when I went abroad, when I started growing my company, the first thing was stability for myself and stability for those surrounding me, which were my employees, making sure that any hire we get is a hire that can stay, and I don't need to fire him tomorrow because I cannot afford his salary, right? So that was the focus. The focus was, if you want to call it, a protector, a provider, and a survivor focus. And then, of course, after that, at one point of time, you understand that, yes, I am stable, so now probably we need to move from the supporter survivor bit to actually evolving and going into the mentor bit, right?
Yes.
And that's the journey which I have been into.
Beautiful. And how do you feel on this journey today?
I feel amazing. I think I was blessed enough to get lots of various experiences in my life. The fact that we have opened and I've been in so many regions by expanding our the businesses kind of helped me stay humble, first of all. And stay humble, because when you go to places which have not yet been discovered, what you realize is that there is a lot of risk also involved, apart from a lot of potential. It helped me be courageous, helped me be independent. But then also in terms of leadership, it kind of helped me understand that leadership is not only about guiding your team on what and how needs to be done and empowering them, but leadership is also having the capacity to listen and learn from every situation or every person which comes along your way. So with this, my story of leadership, it's an enhanced story of leadership, because it's not only about guiding, it's also about collaboration, it's about innovation, and it's about putting everyone at the table, have their opportunity and an equal point of view, which can be heard regardless of where they are in their career journey.
Amazing. I love it. I love your definition of leadership. And I think it's so true. It's so true to be able to give everyone that space to be able to communicate and express themselves. That is true leadership for me as well. So thank you for coming alive on my show, the Come Alive podcast. This is a special series for YPO members called Every Journey Has a Story to Tell, and truly beautiful. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been indeed a pleasure. I love what you are doing, and I think you have an amazing impact with everything that you are doing. And I think more and more people should be here present, and also should listen to your stories, because this is value.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Come Alive podcast. If you've enjoyed the show, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on whichever platform you're hearing it. Would love to hear your thoughts and comments. And until next time, see you soon.